The largest bear in the world and Arctic top predator, polar bear are the powerful symbol of the strength of Arctic. According to WWF, polar bears primarily live on sea ice, hunting seals. Seals is the main provider the high-fat content that polar bears need to survive. However, because of climate change, melting ice caps are significantly threats. As the ice diminishes, polar bears lose their habitat, and seals avoid the thin ice. Consequently, polar bears find it difficult to hunt and survive. Through immersive VR, players can experience firsthand the challenges polar bears face, highlighting the urgency of combining climate change. The game aims to foster empathy and inspire actions by presenting a realistic depiction of the polar bear's struggle for survival in rapidly changing environment.
We've got two main features in our VR game, first-person perspective and gradually shrinking eyes. In our VR experience, you play as a polar bear from a first-person perspective. You'll get to experience the daily life of a polar bear up close. Your task is to touch the seals. Every time you catch one, it disappears, and you score a point. This makes the game interactive and challenging, while also giving you a sense of how polar bears hunt. The ice in the game shrinking over time, simulating the melting ice caps due to climate change. You need to capture seals in this constantly changing environment and avoid falling into the sea. This not only ramps up the difficulty, but also shows the real challenges polar bears face as their habitat shrinks. You will need to stay aware of your position and the melting ice, adding tension and emotions to the game.
Through these game features, we aim not only to provide users with a fun and challenging experience, but also to use immersive virtual reality technology to help players deeply understand the severe impact of the climate change on polar bear habitats. We have three main educational goals: shrinking habitat, immersive experience, and aerial perspective education. Shrinking habitat. As climate change causes estimate, player will witness a gradual shrinking of the polar bear's habitat, simulating the direct impact of the environmental degradation on the bear's living space. Immersive experience. After starting the game, player will hear and see the risk faced by the polar bear's habitat, experiencing the crisis in a realistic manner. Aerial perspective education. After the player is failure, the perspective will switch to an aerial view, showing the environmental changes and the ecological imbalance caused by the shrinking habitat, further emphasizing the devastating impact of the climate change on the habitat.